Hello everyone and welcome to the mill today. Today I am featuring Stonemaier's version of Tokaido, which just recently came out, and I'm going to go over these new solo Automa rules with you. I actually just finished playing that and filming the intro afterwards. So I'm not going to spoil things, but there are two bots that you're going up against, and I'll explain how they work once I get down to the table. So as you can tell, art is all the same. And if you already own Tokaido, the really nice part is you can just pick up the solo cards. So there is the Automa pack, all right, which just gives you the solo cards. And I'll tell you, my playthrough took, with instructions, 35 minutes. It is a quick, breezy solo mode. Not hard at all to manage the bots if you're worried about that. And if you get the solo pack, because you already have Tokaido, not only do you get those Automa cards, but you get the replacement panorama cards. And they are made of that nice linen material, so if you didn't like how flimsy the original ones were, you get these with this pack. So it's a really nice deal. So I'm going to stop blabbing. And you can get the solo mode in either version, no matter what you want. And I'm going to bring you down to the table and let you see me playing the game solo with instructions. And I do the full playthrough for you. So full solo play. And I'll see you at the table in a minute. I have Tokaido set up with the new solo mode. Now I'm going to be playing on the normal mode. There are essentially 7 levels of difficulty. These purple cards here are the difficulty cards. And so you can draw a certain number of them. If you do levels 1, 2, or 3, they help you. If you do level 5, 6, or 7, they help the Automas. But we're just going to go normal mode, so we will not be using these purple cards. So for setup, there are 2 Automa bots. Don't worry. They are not much to manage at all. So what they start with, they each start with 1 coin, and they are going to essentially get rankings. And as I go through, you'll kind of see, and I'll explain. So they want to have a lot in each of the different card categories, and the coins count as their own rank as well. So it's going to go normal Tokaido order. So right now I'm purple, so I'm going to be behind, and then there's the yellow bot and the gray bot for me. They each also start with a point from those first coins that started their first rank. So if they get another coin from, say, going to a farm, then they will get a second coin and they'll move up 2 points because they have 2 in that rank. And I start at the normal 0. All right. They do not get a starting character, but I do. And I have chosen Hiroshi? Sorry, I probably butchered that, but I'm doing the one that really likes the panoramas when they go and stop at the end, which is the nice part. This is the new Stonemaier version, so if you can see here, it tells me exactly what I'm going to do. So every time I get to one of these 3 intermediate ends that I get before the meal, I gain a sequential panorama card of my choice. And I started with only 3 coins, which I would like a little bit more. So I'm just going to put that one over here. I have my 3 coins down here out of view. Not really important for you since I'm focusing on the solo mode. So I'm guessing you want to see the solo pieces here. All right, so I do get to go first. I'm tempted to start at the souvenirs, even though I only have 3 coins. Last time I played solo, that kind of burned me, but Temple isn't horrible either, just to get 1 coin on there. All right, you know what? We're gonna risk it. We're gonna go to the souvenir shop. Okay, so I'm gonna draw my 3 souvenir cards. And oh gosh, a lot of pricey stuff here. Could just buy these and that would give me 4 points right off the bat, and then I'm broke again. Might be a horrible idea, but we'll do it anyways. All right, so I'm not going to buy this one. At the bottom, I am going to buy both of these. So that gives me 2 different in my set collection. So I'll get the 1 and the 3 points. I will lose all 3 of my coins. I do have the upgraded metal coins that Stonemaier has right now on their store. And I'm not going to lie, they're really nice. So getting rid of those, I will keep these. And I will get 4 points from that. Woo! In the lead now. So just in normal Tokaido rules, whoever's in the back goes next. So next will be yellow. So we'll pull one of these cards for them. This means that they're just going to the next available spot, which for them is the temple. This is a really good thing for you to see because the next available spot is the temple, which means they take 2 coins from the bank, and yellow is going to get 2 coins in the temple, which normal Tokaido rules, now they move up 2 points. All right, gray is next because they're last in line. So we will once again pull one of the green cards. They are also only going to the next spot, which for this is the event. So it doesn't matter what this actually is, this just gives them 1 event card in their rankings. So I'll put this 1 here because this is gray. All right, so you can kind of see. And they have 1 event card, so that'll give them 1 point. Now it's my turn. Whew. And now I have a decision to make because I do like going with panoramas when I have this character, but I'm also broke. All right. You know what? I'm just going to try. I'm going to go just straight for the green. Start my green panorama, which will get me 1 point. This could be a mistake. All right, back to yellow's turn. All right, so this means that we'll go up to 2 spots. If the inn was in those 2 spots, that's where they would jump to, but it's not. So now we look 2 spots ahead for yellow would be either the hot springs or the panorama. So those are the only 2 they can go to. What they would really like to go is if you look on their rankings, they have 1 in the money. So if they could reach the farm, they would go there, but they can't. So since there is no more priority there and they're not by the inn, they're just going to go to the next spot, which would be the hot springs. So they get 1 of these cards. Once again, it doesn't matter. This is their first in the hot springs ranking, so they will get 1 point. All right, gray's in back. They will move up to 3. And this is where I'm in trouble again. So they will go up to 1, 2, 3 spots, and they look here. So there's a tie. They have 1 with the money, and they have 1 with the event. So they'll go to whichever one's closest within the 3. There is no event, so they are going to go to the farm. The farm will get them 1 coin. And since they now have 2 coins with this farm, they will get 2 points. Ah, that really hurt me as I really needed money. All right. So now it's my turn. Really hoping I can get to that event. So maybe I can get an event they'll give me money before I go to the meals. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Which is exactly what happened to me last time. You'd think I'd learn. All right. So instead, I'm just going to hop over here to get my first in the next panorama, which will get me that 1 point. All right, and now yellow is next because they're in the back. All right, so this one says they will go to. So 1, 2. This means they prioritize the temple. And within that 2 range, they can get to a temple. So yellow will do that. And they'll do the same thing. They will take these 2 coins. So they are kicking butt there. And they'll get another 2 points. All right. Now it's my turn again. I have no money for the souvenirs, so I am definitely having to jump to events. Come on, money, money, money. Yes! I promise I did not fix that, but I am so happy.
He's stuck in the face of the syntax.
All right. So I have 3 coins to my name again. All right. Now gray's going. All right, so I do promise I did shuffle these. They will go up to 3 spots. They'd prefer a temple, but temple is blocked. So now we look here. So the one they have the most ranks in is money, but there is not another farm before they hit the inn. And I've also blocked the event, so nothing works for them. So they will go to the souvenir shop, grab a souvenir card. Once again, doesn't matter. They'll get the 1 point for starting their souvenirs. Now it is their turn again. They're still in back. So they're going to move up to 2 spots, which would be the blue or the white. Over here for the panoramas, they have neither of those. So they will go to the closest one, which is the blue. They will start the blue. All right. So once again, they have 1 in that rank. So they will move up 1 point. We are all tied at 6 points here, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's yellow's turn. They're going to flip this over. They'll move to the next spot, which is the middle panorama. Okay. So that also is starting a new rank for them, so they get 1 point. Now, I have a decision. I could be the first to the inn and get first dibs at a meal, or I could be last to the inn and get a hot springs card, which I think the springs is what I want to do. Cool springs? I keep saying hot springs. I'm actually not sure. Only 2 points though. All right, I'm in the lead. All right, now, I guess I technically could do these, but everyone has to stop at the end. Same rules as regular Tokaido. So it's gray's turn or silver, so they'll go first, then yellow, then me. Now, so there are 3 of us, so we draw 1, 2, 3 plus 1. Okay, since silver gets first dibs, Automas are going to try to get the cheapest one, and then if there's a tie, they go in order. Okay, so this would be the first one they do. All right. So, gray is going to take the single one. So let's put their meal card here. And then they also, it doesn't matter, they can duplicate. I can't. So they'll take that one. And then I have a choice. Luckily, I do have some money, but I'm just getting tempura either way. I will pay my 2 money to get my tempura. Put this one, oh, there's the discard pile right there. And we all get our 6 points. We all had a meal. So I will move from 8 to 14. Yellow will be 1 behind me. Gray will be 1 behind them. And you know what? I forgot about my power. I should have, as soon as I got there, I should have taken 1 of those. And, oh, what do I want? You know what? I'm going to take my second in the middle one. Let's make sure I get the number 2. So I'm going to take this guy. Should give me the 2 points from that as well. All right, and now I'm behind. I get to go first. I'm going to keep my panorama thing going. I'm going to take my first one in the blues. Could regret this because once again I only have 1 money. So we get the 1 point for that. Yellow, actually, since we were at the end, all of these get taken back and we reshuffle. So that happens every time you hit that intermediate end. As you can see, the Automas are very quick to play. It really does feel like you are playing with other people because they are completely blocking you from what you want to do still. And they're still competing with you. These cards for at the end of the game or the panoramas in the middle, they are still going to block you from those. So they really do feel like a bot, an opponent that you are going against in every competitive way in Tokaido. But it's very chill, very simple. So you're flipping a card for each of them. It's not hard to figure out what they have the most in, so what they're going to prioritize. So it's very smooth. You can play it really fast. So yellow is next. They're just going to go to the next one, which is the temple. They are destroying us on the temple. So they take 2. Get their 2 points. Gray's gonna go up to 3. And sadly, they are gonna get the money from me because that's where they'll get the most points, within 3. So they're gonna go there. All right, they'll get 1 coin, which means they'll get 3 points. And they are now tied with their opponent. So now it's my turn. I'm just gonna jump here, get the next green, which is the 2 for me. Have these a little out of order because the numbers don't matter for them. So I'm getting my 2 there. So I'm 1 away from completing my green panorama. That'll get me 2 more points. Yellow. All right, so they want to go within 3 and they want the temple. So 1, 2, and they can reach the temple. I feel like that's just a give up. If only the silver one could see that that would be a give up for them as well. All right, now silver will go. They're going to go within 2. All right, so 1 and 2. Oh, they're going to take that event from me. So they don't have any of this particular panorama yet. So they don't want that. They want this one because if they get another pink card, another event card, which they're going to do, now it has a 2 rank. So they will get the 2 points. Well, this is nice. I guess I'm just going to get a freebie here and go 1 here. Let's get number 3 there. Doing quite nicely finishing my panoramas. So that'll get me my 3 points for my 3rd spot on that one. And it's my turn again. So I could go for the hot springs. Or I could just finish this panorama off, which isn't a horrible idea. I might do that and hope that I can get that farm as well. So I'm just going to jump over here. I'm going to get the 4th one in this. All right. So that'll get me the 4 points from that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll also get me the first traveler to complete it, all 4 sections achievement, which will get me another 3 points. All right. Doing well, but they're going to come back, especially those temple points. Whew. All right, silver or gray's there. They're just going to move up to the next open spot, which is the springs. Silver does not have any of those. Notice it does take up a little bit of space. You could condense them though. So that just gets silver 1 point. Now yellow will go. And they're going to go in 2. If they could get to the in and 2, they would. They can't. All right, so within 2, that's either souvenirs or the blue. They have neither, so they'll just go to the closest one, and they will start their blue panorama. All right, that gets them a point. Now it is silver's turn again. They would like a temple. There is no temple, so they can move 2. Gosh, you're going to steal my farm again. This is a problem. So they go within 2 spots. Their priority is the farm because they have 3 coins. So when they get another one, it'll give them 4 points versus the souvenir shop would only give them the 1. All right, so they're going to move here. Frustrating. See, this is what I mean. They frustrate you just like any other players. I really wanted that spot. And that'll get them 4 points. Okay. So now it is my turn. I only have 1 coin, so I really don't want to go to the souvenir shop and potentially spend it. So I think I'm just going to go to the inn. The inn lets me first, because of my power over there, get a card. I'm going to take the blue one because I only have 1 blue and I only need 1 more green. So I'm going to take the 2 spot for my free panorama. So that'll get me the 2 points there. And now I'm gonna wait for them to come up, and then I'll luckily get first choice when it comes to the meals, because hopefully there will be a single one in there for me to actually get a meal. So yellow goes, and technically they get to move here, and they get one of these to give them 1 point. Now it's their turn again, and this is where yellow will go the in, silver will go the in. I'll take these top 4 cards. Come on, single. Yeah, of course there's a ton of singles. Okay, so I'm gonna take Dango. That looks yummy. All right, I'll pay my coin. Yellow goes next, and honestly, it doesn't matter. There are 2 single ones, so they're each gonna take the cheaper one. And it doesn't matter for them if they take the same ones. So this will go over here, and all of us will get our 6 points. So I'm at 37. Silver's at 28. And yellow is at 25. All right. We are midway through our journey. Right, so we shuffle all these back together. You can tell, pretty quick. We're already halfway through, and with giving instructions, less than 20 minutes in. Sorry for those of you who hate shuffling cards without sleeves. I am not a sleever. And I will note, because I do have the full newest Stonemaier version. So you can really, it's those same wonderfully linen cards. So that is that slight upgrade, but as they've said, nothing else has changed. Same art. They do have the full track going around here, which is nice. But the cards they feel good. And especially, I know a lot of people were worried about the panorama cards, but they're definitely thicker. They feel good, and I'm a big fan of that. All right, so silver's in back. Silver's going. They would like a temple. There is no temple in the first 3. So they can go 3 spots. So they have no greens. They have 1 souvenir, and they have 2 events. So they are going to want to go to this event, because now they have a rank 3 there.
Even though I just
All right, now yellow's going to go. They're just going to go to the next one, which gets them the green, which part of me would have really liked, because that would have finished my greens, but that's okay. All right. So they're going to, I'm just going to put that there. That's their first green, so they go up 1. So I could go in between them to the souvenir shop, but I can't because I have no money. So I am actually, this hurts because I have to jump all the way over, but I do need the coins anyways. So let's go to the farm because I need money. So I have 3 coins again. Oops, 1 extra. Yellow will go. They'll go up to 2. They actually have 1 of everything, which is crazy. So they are actually just going to go to the souvenir place to get 2. Now they get to go again. See, this is kind of like that other player. If there was another player here who was real, they would want to go to the closest spot and get that free move, which they just did. All right, so they're going to go up to 3. So 1, 2, 3. The most they have is the souvenirs. There is no souvenir here. They do have 1 of these, so they will move just up here to get 1 more of these guys. It doesn't matter what number you put with them because it's just going to get the 2 points anyways. Now it is silver's turn. They're just going to go to the next spot, which will be the springs, which they have 1 of, so they will get 2 points. Now I have a decision. Oh, I do like the blue because I do need 3 of those. All right. Yep, we'll do that. So I will take the number 3. All right, so I have the 3rd spot in my panorama there for that, and it gets me the 3 points. All right, and now back to yellow. Yellow wants to go within 2, and they prefer to go to the temple. Man, I need to get in on this temple game to at least maybe get 2nd. The last time I played the solo, both of them were getting a ton of temple points. And so there really wasn't too much of a point, but now I'm like, oh, I could get second. That's an easy 7 points there. All right, they're just gonna go to the next one, which puts them at green. They don't have any greens. So that's just 1 point for them. I mean, I could bulk up on more money. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And it would prevent silver from getting 5 points. So I think I'm just going to get more money. I don't know if that's good or not, but we'll go for it. Silver. They would like a temple. There is no temple. So they would have loved my farm. Instead, they're going to go and block the events. It's still good for them. Because that's 4 points. And they're totally going to win that reward at the end. Yellow. Going to the next one, which is the blue. So that's 2 points for them. I feel like I need to go do some souvenir shopping. I can do that. I have 6 coins. 1, 2, 3. And it prevents them from going here. All right. So I definitely need one of these. All right, so I'm gonna get one of these because that gives me the third in my set and costs me 2 money. So that'll get me 5 points. Either one of these would have me starting another set and doesn't leave me with too much money. I don't know if I want to do that. All right, I think I'm just gonna pass on both of these. All right, silver's up, but we're all going to the end. So silver will go to the end first, and then yellow, and then me. All right, for my panorama, I think I'm gonna do the 4 blue, so then hopefully I have a chance at finishing, maybe I can have a chance at finishing my blue and my green. We'll see if I get that lucky. All right, so I'll get me my 4 points from that. And then draw our meal cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And silver is first. So this is the top. So it's a 2. Let's see if they get a single. Another 2. There's a single. And a 2. So silver is first. They're going to take the single. And then gold will take the 2. And I need to pay 2. And we all get our 6 points again. So I'm at 55. Silver's at 44. And yellow or gold is at 40. All right, I do get to go first. And I mentioned I kind of want to get in on this temple. So I might do that with my last 2 coins here. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the temple. I'm going to put my 2 coins in. Get my 2 points. The other thing that does, which is really nice, that's the only temple in this last section. So actually, take that back. I'm going to take 1 less point and keep one of those coins. Because just by blocking it, I have guaranteed second place there for an easy 7 points. So I'm going to do that and keep that 1 coin just in case. All right. Oh, I forgot to shuffle these after the end. Time to shuffle. Can I finish? So here's my goal. I need 1 more green and 1 more blue to finish both those panoramas. All right. Neither of them can get up to 3 greens or the blues. They're not going to be too much of a priority for them. So I think those are my 2 goals. Would be good to get some more money so I don't get messed up in my last meal, but panoramas are the goals. All right, here we go. Yellow. Haha, I stole the temple from you. All right, so that they will go up to 3. So they have a bunch of 2s here. So they want to go to one of those 3 places. The closest one is the souvenir. So they're going to take their souvenir. And that'll give them 3 points. All right. Silver. They're just going to go to the next one. This will be nice for them because that'll get them 3 there. 1, 2, 3. And they'll get to go again. They'll also just go to the next one, which was really worried about this guy. So that's a 5 points for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's my turn. All right, money would be good, but that blue lets me finish this, so I have to go this blue. That'll get me my 5 points from that. All right. So I have finished my blue panorama. Just put me at 61, and the first one to do it, so I will get my 3 points from that. All right. Silver. Oh, sorry, no temple. Too bad for you. All right, so farm, springs, events, and silver really wants those events because that'll give them the most. So they're gonna go to the events, get another event card, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6 points for them. Whew. Glad they're not gonna get any temple points, that's for sure. Now yellow will go. They're just gonna go up 1. So they will block the farm from me. Fine, that could have been nice. All right. So they have 2 coins for 2 points. All right. I really want that green panorama. And if I'm looking at yellow, if I go to the hot springs, or the springs, they are going to prefer to go to this panorama over the green one because they'll get more points. So I don't think there is a way for them to steal that green spot from me. So I'm going to go to the springs just because that's free points. Free 2 points there essentially. Now yellow will go. Ooh, 2 spots. They will not make it to the end. But as I said, 2 spots, they're going to prefer this one because they have more of them for 3 points. Which now leads to me, which means I can go to my green, get the last green that I need for 3 points. And since I completed them first, that gets me another 3 points. All right, silver.
What's that?
3 spots. Both of these are tied. So I'll go to the first one, get another blue, which gives them 2 points. Yellow goes. There is no temple, but they can go to the souvenir shop before the end, which gets them 4 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm kind of okay that I go to the end first because I only have 1 coin, so I am praying there is a coin in there. My ability for the panorama doesn't activate anyways at the end, which is good. So I, for once, perfectly timed this character and got all my panoramas and didn't need an extra. Then silver and then gold. All right, 2, 3, 4. Technically should go like this. So I'm first. Come on, single. Oh my gosh, thank you. There's a single. Please tell me I do not have. Yes. Cool. So I got lucky. I get the single there. I'm just going to give myself my 6 points now while I'm thinking about it. And then, oh, I guess they technically could have. Then silver's next. Silver will take the single. And then it doesn't really matter here. So they're both 2. They'll take the other. They both get their 6 points. All right. So now we go to the temple. Yellow is going to get 10 points. Clearly they have the most money at the temple. So I'll put them all the way at 68. And this is where silver never went. But I do have 1 coin there, so I will get that 7. So I'm at 78 plus 7, be 85. All right, and then we go to the awards here. Chatterbox, the traveler who has the most encounter cards scores 3 points. That is clearly silver. So they'll get 1, 2, 3. Person who has traveled to the, oh, they are hot springs. There. Couldn't remember if it was hot or cool. So the hot springs, oh my gosh, I love that image with the little monkeys there. All right. Hot springs, 3, 1. Now we have 2, so silver again. Gain another 3. 1, 2, 3. Collector, the traveler who has the most souvenir cards scores 3 points. I only have 3, and actually the Automa, each one is worth 2, so that's just how they work with the collector. So yellow definitely kicked butt with that. 1, 2, 3. And then Gourmet, the traveler who has the highest sum of coins on their meal card scores 3 points. Silver has 4. Yellow has 2, 4, 6, 7. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yellow will also win that one. 1, 2, 3. And there we are. There is Tokaido Solo. I have beat both bots on regular, it looks like. I have 85. Yellow squeaked past gray at the very end with 74. And gray has 72. So I hope you saw that. We did that with instructions in less than 35 minutes. So it is a nice, quick solo game. It works well for, I would say, even weeknights. As I said, there are the challenge difficulty cards, so you can, depending on what you want, you can give the bots a starting bonus. All right. Or if you're struggling with it, you can give yourself some starting bonuses. I feel like I might need one more play to make sure I'm doing everything right before I start increasing the difficulty. Plus, I like it being kind of casual, and I can always change up who I am with my characters. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. There is the solo rulebook that is here. You can kind of see everything's face down, so that's how they set up each of the play areas there. And there's also a nice little handy dandy piece here. All right, so thanks, and thanks for tuning into the mill, and I hope you have a good day or weekend or week. Bye.